1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Ali Ahmed. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has approved a historic integrated development plan for Gilgit-Baltistan. Minister for Planning and Development says Pakistan receives the first batch of anti-COVID CanSino vaccine today. 100 more deaths and 4,084 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported across the country. Addressing the 9th Ministerial Conference of the Heart of Asia Istanbul process in Dushanbe today, Foreign Minister reiterated Pakistan's continued support for a peaceful, stable, sovereign and prosperous Afghanistan. Shah Mahmood Qureshi has stressed the need to exploit opportunities for enhancing the economic and trade cooperation between Pakistan and Iran. In Afghanistan, 3 women polio workers were shot dead in Jalalabad today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has approved a historic integrated development plan for Gilgit-Baltistan. The approval was given at a meeting chaired by Prime Minister Imran Khan in Islamabad today. Minister for Planning and Development Asad Umar has said that Pakistan will receive the first batch of anti-COVID CanSino vaccine today. In his tweets, he said this is the same vaccine of which trials were also held in Pakistan. Asad Umar said Pakistan will bulk supply of this vaccine by mid-April, from which 3 million doses can be made, as it will be formulated, sterilized and packed in Pakistan. For this purpose, special equipment has been procured and manpower is being trained. Prime Minister's Special Assistant on Health, Dr. Faisal Sultan, has urged people to strictly follow the standard operating procedures against the COVID-19 as the current wave of the pandemic is more dangerous. Talking to the media in Islamabad today, he said the number of patients infected with COVID-19 is increasing in the hospitals, particularly in Islamabad and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. He hailed the health authorities and frontline healthcare workers for their efforts in the pandemic. 100 deaths and 4,084 new cases of COVID-19 were reported across the country. According to the National Command and Operations Center, 602,278 patients have so far recovered from the disease, while total active COVID cases are 48,566. Meanwhile, registration for vaccination of senior citizens aged 50 to 59 started today. Eligible citizens can send their national identity card number through SMS to 1166 for registration. Pakistan Air Force and Pakistan Navy have expressed firm resolve to continue their efforts to enhance synergy and seamless integration in all important operational and other inter-services undertakings. Their commitment was renewed in a meeting between Air Chief Zahir Ahmed Babar Sidhu and Naval Chief Admiral Mohammad Amjad Khan Niazi at the Naval Headquarters in Islamabad today. The Air Chief also assured PAF's full support and pledged to work together in making the defense of the country impregnable. Japan has appreciated Pakistan's efforts to bring navies from different parts of the world together on one platform through armament exercises and playing its part for maritime security. This was stated by the Japanese ambassador to Pakistan, Kininori Matsuda, who called on Naval Chief Mohammad Amjad Khan Niazi in Islamabad today. They also discussed the ways for promotion of bilateral cooperation in the maritime sector. This is Radio Pakistan. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has reiterated Pakistan's continued support for a peaceful, stable, united, democratic, sovereign and prosperous Afghanistan. Addressing the 9th Ministerial Conference of the Heart of Asia Istanbul process in Dushanbe today, he said the deliberations at the conference will be meaningful and productive. He said Dushanbe Declaration will reflect our resolve to support and stand by the Afghan people at this most consequential time in their history. The foreign minister said Pakistan is concerned as violent incidents are taking toll on precious lives in Afghanistan, highlighting Pakistan's vital contribution towards Afghanistan's peace and development. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Pakistan has been extending all possible support to it. He said in spite of the COVID-19 2019, Pakistan opened 5 border crossing points with Afghanistan to facilitate bilateral ties and operationalized Gwadar seaport for Afghan transit trade. He said Pakistan is committed to move forward on regional connectivity and energy projects such as Gas 1000 and DAPI. Mentioning the negative role of spoilers in the Afghan peace process, Foreign Minister said Pakistan has consistently cautioned against the role of these elements both within and outside Afghanistan. Talking to his Afghan counterpart Hanif Atmar in Dushanbe today, Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Pakistan will continue to play its reconciliatory role for peace in Afghanistan. He said Pakistan thinks that regional peace and stability depends on permanent peace in Afghanistan. Speaking on the occasion, the Foreign Minister of Afghanistan appreciated Pakistan's sincere efforts regarding Afghan peace process and expressed gratitude to the Pakistan's leadership. Pakistan and Azerbaijan have agreed to continue the process of mutual consultations to promote bilateral cooperation. The understanding came at a meeting between the Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi and Azeri counterpart Ceyhun Baramov in Dushanbe today. Shah Mahmood Qureshi emphasized the need for undertaking joint efforts to achieve the targets set for promotion of trade and economic relations between the two countries. The two foreign ministers also held a detailed discussion on situation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and the regional situation in the wake of border areas recovered by Azerbaijan. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says Pakistan attaches great importance to its brotherly relations with Iran. Talking to Iranian counterpart Javad Zarif in Dushanbe today, he said the institutional mechanism between the two countries has increased bilateral cooperation in different sectors. The foreign minister said Pakistan and Iran have a lot of opportunities to enhance economic and trade cooperation, which needs to be exploited. Shah Mahmood Qureshi thanked the Iranian foreign minister for extending continuous support to the Pakistan's stance on Kashmir at the international fora. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, All Parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed grave concern over the safety of the illegal detained Kashmiris amid fast-spreading coronavirus cases. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference General Secretary Maulvi Bashir Ahmed, in a statement issued in Srinagar, said that a large number of Hurriyat leaders, activists and youth arrested before and after August 2019 are exposed to the deadly virus in Tihar, Kot Bhalwal, Jodhpur, Agra, Haryana and other jails in India and the occupied territory. He urged the international human rights organizations to play their role in the release of the Kashmiri detainees. Meanwhile, Hurriyat leaders in their separate statements in Srinagar said that India would never succeed to suppress the Kashmir freedom struggle through arrests, torture and frequent raids in the held territory. Moreover, Indian police arrested 9 teenage boys during late-night operations in Shiri area of Baramulla district. The boys were on a picnic tour when they were detained by the Indian police. An American Sikh leader and the chairman of the Sikh Political Action Committee, Gurinder Singh Khalsa, says the ongoing revolution of the farmers is the only ray of hope in India. During a visit to protesting farmers at the outskirts of New Delhi, he stressed upon the nation to widely join the ranks of the protesting farmers. The Sikh leader said that the Indian diaspora in the United States firmly stands with their farmers. In Afghanistan, gunmen killed 3 women polio workers in Jalalabad today. Nangarhar Governor's office said that 3 women were killed in 2 separate attacks. In Myanmar, over 500 people have so far been killed in Army's brutal crackdown on protests continued against military coup. The Assistance Association for Political Prisoners has warned the real toll may be significantly higher. And finally, the weather report. Mainly dry weather is likely to prevail in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. However, heat wave will persist in Sindh and Balochistan districts. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.